Hello everyone, my name is Aarti and you're watching HW News. Once, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi had given the slogan of Chowkidar hi chor hai, which meant that the watchman is a thief. Now the opposition is taking on the Modi government by asking whether the Chowkidar is a Jasoos, which means whether the watchman is a spy. The question has arisen after the report in the international publication about the Pegasus spyware and how countries and the governments around the world are in a race to acquire the world's most powerful cyber weapon. At a time when the ghost of Pegasus is still haunting the Modi government and a case in this regard is still pending in the Supreme Court, the New York Times has published a report which reveals that India did buy the spyware. And the deal to buy NSO made spyware was struck during the 2017 visit of PM Modi to Israel. The explosive revelations have led to fresh questions surrounding the government's claim about Pegasus and snooping. The opposition is now up in the arms. The report comes at a time when 5 crucial states, including Uttar Pradesh and Punjab, go for polls. In this video, let us talk about the report in detail, but before that, speaking truth to power, reporting on stories that matter, requires courage. And while we are courageous enough to report the bitter truth, we also need your support in this endeavor. How can you support us? Go to our website www.hwnews.in/subscribe. We have listed out a number of plans that we offer. You can select the one that suits you and pay us. Your support ensures that we remain free and fair. So please do pay us. You would remember that last year in the month of August, the Pegasus snooping row led to controversy in India. French media non-profit Forbidden Stories and Amnesty International had accessed a large pool of databases. This database included close to 50,000 phone numbers of several individuals across the globe, including journalists, politicians, activists, etc. These people featured in the database of targets of Pegasus spyware. The database was then shared with 16 news organizations across the world, including The Wire, The Guardian, Washington Post, Le Monde, and Haaretz. According to the report published in The Wire, as many as 300 Indians were on the target list for snooping between 2017 and 2019. Now remember, 2019 is when India went for Lok Sabha elections. This list included over 40 journalists, 3 major opposition figures, 1 constitutional authority, 2 serving ministers in the Narendra Modi government, current and former heads and officials of security organizations, and scores of business persons, and even a Supreme Court judge. The reports led to a big question on the use of snooping cyber weapons by the present dispensation on citizens. The government, however, had in the Supreme Court and in the Parliament denied the use of Pegasus. The new revelations in the New York Times report, however, put a big question mark on the government statement. So let us look at what exactly the report says. In a report titled "The Battle for World's Most Powerful Cyber Weapon," the NYT says the Israeli firm NSO Group had been selling its surveillance software on a subscription basis to law enforcement and intelligence agencies around the world, promising that it could do what no one else, not even a private company, not even a state intelligence service could do, which is consistently and reliably crack the encrypted communications of any iPhone or Android smartphone. It started selling surveillance software in 2011. The report says India struck a deal to buy this spyware in 2017 when Prime Minister Modi had his maiden visit to Israel after taking office as Prime Minister in 2014. Now, the 2017 visit of PM Modi to Israel was remarkable for several reasons. Apart from the fact that it was for the first time that 2 countries showed friendship out in the open, the bonhomie between Prime Minister Modi and the then Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, was noticed by many, and it was seemed like on a very personal level. From Prime Minister Modi referring to Netanyahu as "my friend" or Bibi as he is called, similar gestures were also extended to Prime Minister Modi by Netanyahu. The report says, and I quote, "For decades, India had maintained a policy of what it called commitment to the Palestinian cause, and relations with Israel were frosty. The Modi visit, however, was notably cordial, complete with a carefully staged moment of him and Prime Minister Netanyahu walking together barefoot on a local beach. They had reasons for the warm feelings. their countries had agreed on the sale of a package of sophisticated weapons and intelligence gear worth roughly $2 billion with Pegasus and a missile system as the centerpieces. Months later, Netanyahu made a rare state visit to India, and in June 2019, India voted in support of Israel at the UN's Economic and Social Council to deny observer status to a Palestinian human rights organization, a first for the nation. Now, the fact is that India is not the only country in the list. The report further also sheds light on the countries that have been using Pegasus. For example, the FBI also was in the list of buyers of Pegasus. USA's FBI had bought and tested the spyware for years with plans to use it for domestic surveillance until the agency finally decided last year not to deploy these tools. Mexican government used it to catch infamous drug lord El Chapo. However, later the same technology was deployed to snoop on journalists, dissidents and opposition members. Saudi Arabia used it against women's rights activists in the country and also associates of columnist Jamal Khashoggi, who was killed by Saudi operatives. The report says that under a set of new deals licensed by the Israeli Ministry of Defense, Pegasus was also provided to Poland, Hungary and India and several other countries. Now, what was India's response after this report? According to a report by CNN News 18, top government sources termed the report as baseless, stating that the deals carried out by the center are always in the public information and not carried out secretly. Earlier as well, when the Pegasus controversy erupted in the country, the government had categorically denied the allegations of snooping. Responding to a controversy in Parliament on June 18th, Ashwini Vaishnaw had said that the report was sensational and an attempt to malign India's democracy and its well-established institutions. He had said that India had established protocols when it comes to surveillance which were robust and had stood the test of time. He said, and I quote, "I highlight that NSO, that is the maker of the spyware, has also said that the list of countries shown using Pegasus is incorrect. Many countries mentioned are not even our clients. It also said that most of its clients are Western countries. It is evident that NSO has also clearly rubbished the claims in the report." Now, this is what Ashwini Vaishnaw told the parliament. Thereafter, several top leaders of the BJP, the ruling party, had claimed it to be a pre-planned conspiracy to malign the image of India globally. Several opposition MPs demanding discussion in the parliament over Pegasus issue were also suspended, citing unruly behavior. Now, let us talk about what exactly was the reaction of the opposition after the news came out. After the latest NYT report, several opposition leaders took to Twitter responding on the matter. Claiming that the government had deceived the parliament, the party said it will raise the issue in the House, which opens on Monday. Addressing a press conference, leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, said that Congress had raised the issue in the parliament last year and it will raise it once again. Senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi tweeted, and I quote, that the Modi government bought Pegasus to spy on our primary democratic institutions, politicians and public. Government functionaries, opposition leaders, armed forces, judiciary, all were targeted by these phone tappings. This is treason. The Modi government has committed a treason. This is what Rahul Gandhi said. Meanwhile, BJP MP Subramanian Swamy also said that the government should come out and clarify on the matter, or this could prove to be a Watergate movement for the Modi government. Senior advocate Prashant Bhushan has said that NYT claims that India bought Pegasus in 2017 as a part of the larger $2 billion deal with Israel. Media reports say that Pegasus was the focal point of the deal between India and Israel. It is clear that the Modi government lied in the parliament. Now, this is what the opposition leaders and the critics are saying, but there are certain questions after the latest revelations. The most obvious question arise out of the latest revelations are about whether the government in fact lied in the parliament and also to the Supreme Court. The government had been denying using Pegasus. However, the reports, be it of the Wire, now be it of the NYT, claimed that the Indian government bought Pegasus and deployed it on several critics. This is a very serious matter. The part, in fact, which spooked me was how the spyware works. The report says one of the versions of Pegasus was zero-click. Usually, hacking softwares require target to click and open the malicious link to begin the cyber attack. Now, this particular version of Pegasus removed that condition. This means you can get a random message containing malicious link on your mobile phone. You may not even have opened it or seen it, but the attack has already begun. The technology is such that it leaves no evidence of a breach. It then stored every piece of data you have on your device, every email, every photo, every text thread, every personal contact. They could also see the phone's location and even take control of its camera and microphone, which means if your phone is targeted by Pegasus, where you are going, what are you eating, who all are around you, what you are doing, everything can be captured on the system. Now say you are with your partner in a very personal space, that can be recorded even though your phone camera is turned off. Now the use of Pegasus has brought us to the cusp of the long-standing debate around security versus privacy. The only way we can find a way out is when the governments around the world, government in India, comes clean on the matter. A two-sentence response is not enough, and this time the allegation is on the Prime Minister himself. Thus, it becomes all the very important for the BJP government to come out and speak truth to the people of India. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Also, if you like the reporting that we do, if you like the shows that we bring to you, please do consider subscribing to our channel. Our goal is to reach 3 lakh subscribers, especially on HW News English. In the next 2 to 3 months, it is 2,82,000 subscribers now. So please, if you haven't already, do subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, comment below it, and let us know what you think about this entire issue.